today I'm going to be doing. Today I'm going to be doing a story time. How I almost died. I didn't really almost die. Well, I did. You know what? It was on like a Friday night, and so we had ordered pizza that day. For some reason, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to eat my pizza. I didn't want to drink anything because I had this
intense pain
in the side of my stomach. And it was weird because it was just in the side of my stomach. And I was like, oh, it's just probably a stomach ache that's only on the side of my stomach, which is like kind of alarming. But you know, I thought it was like just natural. And so I looked up, why am I having pains on the side of my stomach? And it was like, you're not drinking enough water, you're not eating enough fruit. And so I was like, well, let's just go get some water and some fruit. That's what I did. My mom's like, are you not gonna eat your pizza? And I was like, no. I went to sleep. At like 3 a.m. I woke up with this horrible pain in the side of my stomach. Whenever I moved, whenever I tried to get in a comfortable position to sleep, it was just like someone was stabbing my stomach. And I was like, what?
This is not normal. This is not okay.
I went to go use the restroom. When I was using the restroom, there was this pain. And I'm talking about I could not move. I couldn't move. I was just staying there like, it was expanding in my stomach. I went back to my room, back to try to go to sleep. And then I woke up at like 9 a.m. and my mom was like,
good morning.
And I was like, Mom, I don't feel good. Can we go take me to the hospital or something? So it was like a 30-minute wait. Finally, they called me. I just told her like all my symptoms. She was like, oh, you probably just have like a bladder infection or something. And I was like, so they made me go take a test. She came back, she's like, no, you test negative. And then I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I didn't tell her this, but I was like, what am I supposed to do? Are you just gonna let me sit here and die because I don't have a bladder infection and it's just normal? So my mom was like, she started Googling my symptoms. She's like, I think you might have an appendicitis. Oh my God, that car just blinded me. I think you might have an appendicitis. And I was like, what is that? And then she's like, where is just this little organ that you have that's like, okay, just Google it up an appendicitis because what it is, because I can't do it. I don't know how to explain it. We got out, we left, and then I was still feeling pain. I was like, Mom, we can't go home. She took me to go get like a scan where they scan, you know, if you like you break a bone, they scan to see if you broke a bone. That thing to see if I had an appendicitis. We went there to the doctors and they were like, no, sorry, we don't do appendicitis checks today. We can only do them on Monday and Tuesday. And so she just scheduled me a appointment. We went home and I could barely even get out the car. When we got home, I could not get out the car. I had to like ask for help because that's how much pain I was in. I could not move at all. I laid down on my bed and I started crying because the pain just came back. When I got home, it just like got 10 times worse. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, we need to go back. We need to find somewhere to give me an answer because I feel like I'm gonna die. And so we got to the hospital. I was crying. I was in tears. I could not move. It was like another 30-20 minute wait. And they finally called us. I couldn't move. Like I was just like behind. Like they were like 12 feet in front of me and I was just like there behind. So they noticed and then they brought me a wheelchair. And then I came back. Okay, this is probably the most painful part of the whole entire day. They were giving me shots. And now I'm not scared of shots. But this one in particular hurt because, okay, right here, right here, they were trying to give me a shot, like, to my vein. I could get, like, an IV or whatever that thing is, where they stick it inside of you. They couldn't get my vein, so they were, like, stabbing the needle inside of my arm, trying to get to the vein. I was like, I can't. And so I started crying. I was crying and crying. I was bawling at this point, but I didn't want to make any noise because it was so embarrassing. And then they moved to the other arm. They literally moved to the other arm to try to get it on the other side. They were just like, think of your happy place. I was like, I don't have a happy place. and they got it. Man, I was bleeding so much. And then they were making me take this disgusting grape flavored drink. They were like,
Oh, it's good. It tastes so good. All the kids love it.
I didn't like it. In total, right now, there were about 4 doctors who had came and they tried to like give me shots and give me the drink. And then now, this part. They gave me an ultrasound and they put gel on my stomach. They were rubbing the ultrasound thing on my stomach trying to find that appendicitis. They kept giving me the ultrasounds. They kept putting gel on my stomach. They were like, okay, so we can't find it yet, but we're gonna keep searching. I was like, if you can't find it, then just like take me somewhere else. Take me to some more advanced thing. I didn't tell them that, obviously.
That would have been rude.
Very rude. Finally, they came back and they were like, we can't find what that thing is. They were like, so she's gonna have to get a CAT scan. And I was like, what the heck is that? It's like those rings. If you don't know what it is, it's like those rings. I'll put a picture of it. But it's that thing. They made me have a CAT scan. They gave me some medicine. They put it through my IV. They're like, this medicine is gonna make you feel warm. Almost like you're peeing yourself. I was like, you know, it's not gonna be that bad.
It was at this moment that he knew.
And so I went in. It was so hot in there. Scorching. And then they put me in the CAT scan. I was like moving. They were testing my stomach, so they had like moved me up and like, not in there, like sideways. Not sideways. I think it was up and down. I don't know why left from right, up and downs, down and ups. He was right. They gave me the medicine. It made me so warm. I wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. I was like about to just jump out. I wasn't even kidding. I was about to cry. They were done after like 8 minutes. They brought me back into my room. They came back. They were like, well, she has an appendicitis.
Victory screech!
I wasn't too worried about it. I was like, oh, they're just gonna give me some medicine. They're just gonna like help me take it out.
We're either gonna have to give her surgery tonight or tomorrow morning.
And I was like, surgery? No, I'm not getting surgery. I started crying. I was like, no. I had watched some horrifying stories about people waking up during surgery and they feel everything and they can't move. They're traumatized when they wake up. So then my mom called my grandma and my dad and my sister. And so then these guys, they came. They were like medical dudes. I don't know how to explain it. They came with this giant bed. The ones that you go on when like an accident happens, like when you're in a car accident and you pass out, whatever, then the emergency people put you on that. Yeah, those things. So they came back with that.
Well, let's take you to the surgery place.
They took me out. I said goodbye to my sister and my dad, and we were off on the road. And then so we just talked about stuff. And then we were there. And then they left. The doctors came. They brought me out of my bed. And they started taking me to the waiting room for the operation. And then they were like, you're not even gonna feel a thing. They gave me this medicine where I feel goofy once I take it. Yeah, because I did feel goofy once I took it. I looked over to my mom, I was like,
I can feel it.
they took me in to the operating room. I was scared for my life. The dudes who took me to the hospital, they were like, they're just gonna give you a countdown. They're gonna make you count to 10, and then by the time you're at 6, you're gonna fall asleep. That's not what happened. They literally slapped this mask, this breathing mask on me. They slapped it on me with no warning. I started coughing like no tomorrow. I was like waving my hands in the air, trying to get their attention that I was obviously in need of breathing. And so I just fell asleep. And the next thing you know, my mom said it was like 45 minutes. They had just had to take out my appendix, put it in this bag, and then it was through. I was brought back to my room, and they were like,
All right, Celeste, you can get up now. It's over.
and then they were like, yay! They kept waking me up every hour to give me more medicine, and then more medicine, and more medicine, more medicine, and more medicine.
More medicine and more medicine.
It was Sunday. I woke up, they gave me this horrible breakfast. I only ate the biscuit. The only thing there that was good was the biscuit. My dad came to pick us up. So that was it. I skipped a day of school because I couldn't go to school. So my teachers had told everyone, whenever Celeste comes back, y'all need to help her. My mom had called my teacher and she said that I had just gotten surgery. It would be appreciated if someone could help me with my stuff. I walk in and my teacher's like,
There she is!
and everyone starts looking at me trying to find out where I got surgery. You couldn't see where I got surgery. I'm sorry, but no. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Bye.